name is Karl. I'm a resident of Dover for quite a long time actually. Although I moved house during my life, but most of my life was down here when I visit my family, when I visit my grandparents, and I will call this place home. So, because this place is home, Dover Forest actually means a lot to me. And as a ecologist, as a botanist as well, I respect the plants and animals that stay here. And like my fondest memories will be whenever I walk home from the MRT, you know, a walk through the forest, always gives me this nice sense of calm, a sense of belonging, to feel peaceful, and because the forest, it helps to mitigate the urban heat island effect. So the temperature will be much lower, and you can always go for an evening stroll whenever you are stressed out at work or when you're stressed out at school. So Dover Forest actually means a lot to me.
Nice. Do you have a specific story like when you were very stressed one
Oh,
time?
yes, definitely. Like when I was a lot younger in primary school, I remember I had a very bad day in school, and I was sitting outside at the time I was staying in a condominium, and I remember like how there were these clouds, you know, that were in between the buildings, and I used to ask myself where these clouds come from, and then when I was much older, I realized that these clouds can form because the amount of moisture that the forest retains, and that sort of cools the atmosphere and at the same time allows the water vapor to condense. So it creates this very nice, cool, very mystical, very cloudy, very hazy sort of environment. And I think on that day itself, I felt a lot better after experiencing that moment. And between the southern ridges of Singapore and the Central Catchment Nature Reserve, Dover Forest serves as an ecological connector for native birds, that come here. For example, your oriental pied hornbills, your hill miners, and they come here. They bring in, the seeds. When they disperse the seeds, the forest also replenishes itself, and therefore it serves as a very important stopover for these native animals, as they cross between the nature areas, and therefore ensuring that there's always this uh, healthy movement of plants and animals, and ensuring that like our ecosystems remain healthy. Yeah. So when I was a lot younger, I used to go to the parks, and when I was in the car, I used to stare out into the forested areas like these, like in Clementi Forest as well. And then like I used to try to name every tree I saw, and trying to know these names, being curious, like understanding the ecology, or like how this tree grows. It got me thinking like how amazing these trees are, how amazing these forests are, and that motivated me to be in conservation, to ensure that these beautiful pieces of life will stay for future generations to come, and not just myself, because I feel so blessed to be able to see all this, and I want like future Singaporeans to also be able to appreciate the beauty in our forests.